So, you want to know how to determine whether or not a specific page on your site is performing. Quick, to the laptop. Alright, so we've got the computer out. You're watching me on my computer. It's a very meta moment. Let's dig into GA4, because using Universal Analytics at this point would be pretty passé. What we're going to do is we're going to go into Reports. We've already selected our URL that we want to check out, of course. We're going down to Engagement, Pages and Screens. Pretty straightforward so far, but stick with me because the next little part they've hidden. So, you've got a long list of all the pages on your website in order of how they're performing, which is fine if you're interested in just getting shotgunned with information about performance, but we're looking for the performance of a single URL. Here they've hidden this little search query bar, and in here you can paste the end of the URL string, leaving out your main domain. We just hit enter. Now from here we can see a number of different KPIs that are important and useful for us. We have views, users, and views per users. That's simple math there. Now a user is a single human being. A single human being can have multiple views. Maybe they've come back to this page a couple times. Maybe they're really interested, so they've already said, oh, I forgot what I read about that. I need to go read it again. Now, another great KPI for us is what's the engagement time? If the engagement time is short, that can mean that A, your content's not very good and not very interesting, but it can also mean that they took a quick step to make a conversion. They've already moved on to the next step and become closer to being a client rather than just a visitor. That's a great thing. You're gonna have to do a little bit of figuring out to see whether that actually happened by checking your event count. Now, if you're on a website that is properly set up with the Automotive Standards Council, ASC, guidelines for GA4, you're going to have a lot of different events that are named out, and you're also going to have a number of different conversions that should be laid out for you. Now, seeing the proper events, say it's a form fill or a contact or a phone call, those are all great signs that this page is performing well for you, and you should all be tracking those things as conversions as well. So if you're not seeing these things tracked, definitely reach out to your website provider and have them toggle those on for you. Now, if you're seeing positive numbers across the board, you're seeing a nice number of users, you've got more views than users, which means they're coming back again to view it again. You're seeing engagement time of more than a minute is probably a good rule of thumb. And you're seeing them having a high event count and or conversion count. That page is performing nicely. Now, take stock, like, hey, this is doing great. Move on, check out your other pages, go through your list. Remember, spreadsheets are your best friend in SEO. And if you want more ways to set your dealership up for success, connect with Wikimotive on LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram for more ways to optimize your dealership's online presence and sell more cars.